Hello, this is Central Review with a review of the Sony ZX100 on-ear headphones. So as you could tell, they are on-ear, meaning they won't be like the Sennheiser HD598s that I reviewed earlier. So for comfort, basically with all on-ear headphones, some people may experience some problems. Right off the bat, you see that the padding, it obviously it is comfortable, but definitely not the most comfortable in comparison to the extra bass line from Sony. I'm not sure if you guys have seen the extra bass line, but they are king size pads, and literally I don't have a pair, but the padding can be this thick, and obviously that would be a lot more comfortable. So you see right here that they do rotate on an axis, so a hinge. So that makes it even more portable in the sense that you can fold it up easily like this. And they have the headband, which adjusts, so it can get pretty large. Now, about the actual specifications, they have a 30mm driver, which, for those of you who are not audiophiles, means that for the price, 30mm drivers, that is typically a very good thing. And by the way, I got these for 20 bucks at Target, so these weren't a huge investment, and not even close, the sound quality compared to the Sennheiser 598s. But that being said, for the price, these are probably the best you're gonna get. And I mean, they are Sony, and I don't typically with Sony headphones I try to steer clear of them in the general sense, because I do not typically like things that are overwhelmed with bass, or headphones I should say, that are overwhelmed with bass. And Sony has headphones that are overwhelming in the bass department, and then the highs and the mids are really muddled because of it. And just the whole music listening experience for me is it's just completely distraught, and I just do not enjoy listening to it. You will not be needing an amp for these, and I mean, they're portable, so you don't want to be carrying around an amp anyway if they're meant to be portable headphones. The impedance, I believe, is 24 ohms at 1 kilohertz. So essentially that just means that they can be powered and sound as good as they're gonna get with just an iPod. So an iPod can drive them. And as you can see from the connector, they are meant to be used directly into an MP3 player or just a regular audio jack, and not a stereo jack. This is a 3.5mm, and it has a 90-degree hook shape. So that's what I wanted to get to next. This means that, well, if you look at it, and here's my phone right here. This is the Motorola Atrix, but it's not really a problem with this. But if you look at that, you'll know that some cases that are thicker will have problems with this, or might have problems. But it does fit snugly, and I mean, if you don't mind the fact that it looks like this, or it would be like this, and you don't have a case that might hinder this, then you'd be fine. And I actually have come to enjoy the fact that it was a 90-degree angle. But I will get to the Motorola Atrix in a later review. More specs. The sensitivity and decibel range is 100, which is actually very good for $20 headphones. The range is 12 to 22,000 hertz, which is the standard in most headphones, but I don't want you to think that these have standard sound for what you would normally listen to in an Apple stock headphone. Apple stock headphones are just absolutely awful. That's the only word to describe it. They are really just terrible. And overall, these give you a great bassy sound, and the highs and the mids aren't amazing, but they'll get by. I mean, I get by with them, and the only reason I have them is, again, because of for portability. I really can't transport my Sennheiser 598s around. So now I want to get to the actual cord, which is a big actual difference between these and many other headphones. Not other Sonys, because other Sonys have the same cord, but they are actually, if you can see, they are a flat cord, and it's called I think Sony calls it a flat Y. So it does have the little the connector right there, but it's flat up to this point, and then they connect. But because of the thickness, and I don't know if you could tell by this, but this is actually really thick. And basically that's actually good news, believe it or not, because if you put this anywhere, like in a backpack or just in some sort of case, you will not expect to see this tangle at all. And that's the problem with so many other headphones that don't have this. They get tangled, and it causes a lot of frustration. And I've had a lot of earbuds that do this, and even over the ear and on ear headphones. So that is a really big plus. Now, just to go into generalities here, out of 10, comfort for these, I would say, are a 7 or an 8, because yeah, you can wear them for extended periods of time, but you may experience some uncomfortability, some maybe sweating on the ears after a while, and they're on ear, so I can't really blame Sony for that. They're as comfortable as you're gonna get for an on ear. For price, you can't get much better. They're $20. They're insanely cheap. They are the lowest, I think, Sony headphone that are not earbuds in their line of, I guess, what they call audiophile headphones. So yeah, for price, definitely 10 out of 10. It was $20. You're not going to be dropping a lot on these. Yeah, comfort, price. If you have $20 and you're not looking to save up more for any other headphone, and you're content with these have a great overall sound, and they're easily transported to and from your house, and yeah, they're overall a great pair of portable headphones. That was my review of the Sony MDR-ZX100s, and stay tuned for more reviews of my headphones. Thank you.